Peace and blessings, soul family. I love you all. Hope everyone's doing well. This video, I'm actually going to talk about symbols, the power of symbols, and I'm going to show a couple of beautiful little symbols that are from, the East and then from the West, and just kind of talk about that for a minute. So, I had noticed something that I thought was extremely beautiful, but on this copy of Tantra, the Great Liberation, which is Mahanirvana Tantra, you can see, let me get this light all the way. If you look at this symbol with the triangle and the seal inside of it with the Sanskrit, and then you got the Sanskrit letters all around. And I just love how similar this is, and you can see where the stuff from the West that is newer than the tantric and Eastern traditions found within Sanatana Dharma. You can see the similarities though, but check this out. So that, and then when you check out this book specifically, I love this one because the seals are just made very well. But you can see the great similarity that's in the sigils found for the spirits of the Goetia, the 72 most commonly known, at least. There's a few more, but yeah, check that out. So you got like the triangle, kind of like the triangle of art you see in older Solomonic magic and stuff like that. Then you have these seals with Bij mantras and divine mantras and stuff. And then over here you see very similar sigil of the spirit. Then they have sigils of the angels, the names of God around. But I just love how similar these things are, and it goes to show that no matter where you were, if you're in seeking truth and seeking knowledge of self, all these traditions understand that the subconscious mind and the mind in general absorbs and transforms through symbols. The mind is subconscious mind is a symbol-based operating system. So the way you reprogram the subconscious mind or program it in generally is through symbols, repetition, and trauma. So emotional spike. So feeling an emotional spike and having that repetition that we have where you'll be chanting spirits' names or their demonic in, and you'll see in the demonic ins, they are very similar to mantras found in the East. But yeah, so you got these symbols that you find within the Yantras and Mandalas, and why I see these as so powerful is many of these things were actually revealed. So many of the yantras and mandalas and stuff that you find in the East, it's spoken of that these things were revealed to them. So, and I've heard that the actual mantra itself, being that sonic vibration of the spirit entity, that vibration creates a symbol within consciousness during meditation and stuff like that. So they sit and repeat Om over and over and over until it just like goes to where it's repeating on its own, like similar to a japa and japa, where you're doing japa, you're repeating the mantra and going bead by bead, or it becomes a japa where it just does it on its own. It's kind of like when you listen to songs and you hear the song enough and you like the song, or even if you don't like the song but it gets stuck in your head. That's what we're looking to reach whenever we're doing japa, chanting the names or the mantras or ends of the spirits. We want it to get into becoming its own little vritti own little swirling in the mind, so it can repeat on its own without much conscious effort. So these things being revealed, during consciousness, they're chanting these Om, Aim, Hrim, Klim, Chamundaye Viche. So they're chanting these mantras, and that sonic vibration, sonic frequency, many times would have revealed it to them. And then you have other, like in the Western stuff, where these things, I've not read anywhere at least that the seals were revealed, but they were just, I guess, created, or maybe they were revealed. I don't know. But you can see where these, like this is similar to the old sigil, but then you see these a little bit more artistic expression in these that are just similar. But we're talking about the fact that these things are revealed. I'm going to read this little thing from this book, Mandala. The missing creative link between East and West. The universe is a mandalic mirror, sacred art and science of divine creation, creative process, manifesting as patterns of radiant rays and ranging from spiraling galaxies, stars, and planets to subatomic particles. With the aid of electron microscopes, computers, and other devices, scientists have recently been able to see the beautiful vibrating mandalic-like patterns of atoms and molecular structures that make up the ever-changing forms of the phenomenal world. The mandala in the middle of the map, the sonic pattern of Om, represents for me the missing creative link between East and West, and between science and religion. Light, sound, and consciousness are three aspects in which we can most easily understand the unification of the sacred art. Western science and esoteric similarities within all religions, rightly understood, the sacred art of the mandala, mirroring the vibrational light of consciousness, can be viewed as the creative amalgam between science and religion, inclusive of physics as well as metaphysics. It can help us to understand our own divine artistry of the unfolding patterns of light, sound, and consciousness, a process of self-realization and ultimate healing. So these sounds, and when you're looking at these traditions, in the Western mystery traditions of Kabbalah and stuff, it's spoken of this limitless light, Ein Sof Or, that contracts to becoming Kether and pouring its energy into reality, creating reality with the light, the divine light. And then you have in the East, the Om, that Om being that first cosmic nada, the first cosmic sound that becomes all of this. And when you look at the progression of the emanation of the top, was going from Akash, where that Om first projects, and then down to Vayu, where the touch comes into place, and then Agni, the light. There's the light. So the light comes after the sound in these tantric and Eastern traditions, like Sankhya. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. It's the similarities of working with these spirits and deities and specific masks of the divine, the forms that formless eternal being becomes, similar to how that formless eternal being becomes us. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this video. I did another video talking about light and sound and why I feel like the scene and the EDM scene and stuff like that, or just concerts in general and music, can be so transformative. But I love you all. I hope everyone has a blissful day. Peace and blessings. Talk to you next time.